So inside the box begins with Maid-sama, which I guess I've never actually shown an inside the box. The anime, it was a pretty good anime. I can see that there's no thing on the back. It strikes me as a very shoujo anime, meaning that it's aimed at a female audience. It could be that older female audience whose word begins with J and I can't remember, but then again, sometimes things like this makes me think, I don't know, they're trying to advertise to a male audience at the same time. I don't know what to make of all of it. I just know it was entertaining to watch. Right now, I can't remember exactly why. I remember him. I keep wondering what anime he was from. I keep remembering after a while, oh yeah, it was this anime. He was an interesting character. Let's see. I don't know why I have them in that order, but next up we've got a Sonic the Hedgehog the movie, and this is an old ADV release. English and Japanese with English and Spanish subtitles. And I have not actually watched this. I just know that some of the scenes from it look pretty cool in the ADV previews for it from a long time ago. I remember those previews. It's Metal Sonic. Oh well, I was kind of hoping to have watched it before I started this update, but as you can tell I didn't, so I haven't, so I have nothing else to really say about that. And Sonic X I haven't watched yet. This one, I don't know what it'll be like watching this, since, well, first of all, the DVDs are listed, and second of all, it's a for kids release, so that's a lot of characters. And I think this is the right order for all of these Sonic X releases. I don't think this is all the Sonic X DVDs, but I think the other ones may have been one-offs, and these are collections, which sell better, of course. Chaos Control. I've seen this before. Maybe in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Volume 6. This is when characters I don't know start popping up. I guess the problem with that is that as a non-proper Sonic the Hedgehog super enthusiast or something, I pretty much have only ever played. Who the hell is that? I don't know. I've only played the Sonic. I've actually only ever played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and I've watched my brothers play through Sonic Adventure. Specifically the SAX version for the GameCube. I think that's what it was called. And then the final thing. So long, Sonic. It's the electrifying conclusion of the hit series, which means that I actually should have all 178 episodes. Wow. This will take a long time to get through when I start watching it. Notice I say when, not if. I just don't know when that will be. Oh well. Anyways, that's all the Sonic stuff I have. Next up comes Squid Girl. Squid Girly. And right now there's only the DVD releases. I do believe this first DVD got recalled because DVD discs were falling out really easily from there. So, I got to keep my defective merchandise. I also have my original Wii, although it got shipped in to be repaired, and so I still have the original. Anyways, so right now there's only these two DVD releases. I do believe Squid Girl 2 is on the horizon as something that will be released eventually, and I think even closer there's a Blu-ray version of Squid Girl that's going to be coming out. And of course I plan to buy that. let's finish up with Toradora, which I think I've probably shown in Inside the Box before, and I said I'd show it here again. And actually, this is pretty appropriate since, as a fairly, in my opinion, romantic show, you know, where there's a basic plot to it centered around that, you know, that's probably an appropriate thing to show on Valentine's Day, and probably an appropriate thing to wrap up the day. So, as your standard NIS release, it of course has, you know, 2 discs. This one is the fixed version. I don't think there's any differences in the discs, but what I mean by fixed version is when Toradora Volume 1 and Persona Trinity Soul Volume 1 were originally released, the video had been de-interlaced manually on NIS's end, and they eventually, you know, did a recall program to replace this. And I have copies of the non-de-interlaced versions. I don't want to go through this booklet in depth, but there's a lot of things in here. Character information, episode information, relationship charts, images, pictures, lots of cool stuff. Palm top tiger. And that was NIS's first major release. You know, they also released Persona Trinity Soul at the same time, but I don't think that one sold as well, and that's not too much of a shock, I would think. And then Volume 2, these are the premium edition versions, so I do believe regular edition versions are out. I think, they probably don't have the same exact covers, but I do believe the discs are the same. I was kind of wondering about that because of the Persona Trinity Soul stuff, and I think I mentioned recently I replaced those. And once again, you know, Volume 2 has another booklet. And those would be people who worked on the series. So the shape's really weird, but overall, it actually works out really well. It's kind of an interesting niche that NIS has here, I think. And that ends this week's Inside the Box.